YouTube, what's happening? What's happening today is the 23rd July. Um, Today I'm actually not taking any setups because I decided to trade the Asian session last night and took another loss. So we're already done for today. Um, right now, all I've been doing is right now my losses, going over my strategy, and just looking at how far I've come so far. I think on the month, I actually reached. I'll pull up the dashboard. You'll see I've had these accounts now for. I've had this account for 103 days. I've had this account for 105 days, and I've had this account for 105 days. So pretty much got all these accounts all at the same time. The start or the end of last week, all of my accounts, these two accounts for sure were sitting at 160. So you can see here, we've taken a beating over the last over the last 3 days. Yeah, so I was at 160. I was over this limit here for the next payout, which is 159, but I didn't hit the consistency rule. The consistency was like sitting at 28%, so I just needed to take a trade or two, another win or two, and then we would have been eligible for our max payout for each account. Instead, I'm sitting back down at 38%. You can see, right, I still need to make a few dollars just to get back to the target level, but I have to pass the target level since I had a big trade the second week of July. Yeah, so today is just pretty much going to be a review for me going over strategy, taking a day off. I was thinking about taking tomorrow off, but I'll probably just come in and downsize, take 2 contracts, and take the best setup on the board, and then we'll get back into it on Monday. But today, I'm gonna watch the market, see what's going on. Yeah, like I said, I'm finishing up the spreadsheet with the wins and losses, reviewing, what I could have done better, why I, took a trade during the Asian session. My session is the 9:30, but when I have a week like where I lose back to back, I be anxious to get back into the market, ready to take a setup, trying to get a dub. So that's what happened to me yesterday evening, and didn't play out right because it's not my session, so the market doesn't move. You don't get the same price action for each session. So 9:30, the volatility is much different from trading at 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever. Yeah, we still at a good spot. In order for us to lose, or in order for me to lose these accounts, right, my account has to be under 150, 100. You can see my accounts is sitting at, over 8K in profit. So it's going to take a quite bit for me to really blow up. I was ready to blow up. Not going to lie to you. I was ready just to trade, and this, whatever happens. So I had to lock myself out the account yesterday evening. You can see here, I'll bring up the calendar. Weekly summary. So you can see it right here. All right. So this account never traded that first week of July because the trade copier wasn't on. We came in, made 23 the second week, and then we did 14 that week, and now we're at a negative 18 on this week. So basically, it's like I took 4 L's or almost 4 L's on a week based off how I trade. So tomorrow, like I said, on Thursday, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna downsize, only take about 2 contracts, and then we only have 1 week left. Um, Biggest thing for myself is month to month is just focusing on here. So like if we pull up the performance, we come down. This is the main number that matters each month, right? So you can see here, not winning the battle every day. Definitely not the best trading this week. You can see I took 11 trades. Crazy. Super out of my element. Should have after taking this L, I should have came in when I was feeling the urge at 6 p.m. to lock my accounts down until 9:30 for this session. But I didn't do that. So we got one account that's sitting at 12, and then we have my other 2 accounts should be sitting at 19. Yeah. So we got 2 accounts sitting at 19, other accounts sitting at 12 for the month. But yeah, when you have a tough week like this, I got to keep reminding myself, you know, that we're still in the green, right? Month to month, month to month, right? Since getting these accounts, I think April, yeah. April is when we started. First month we did 29. Next month we did 53. Next month we did 25. And right now we're sitting at 19, and we still have what 5 trading days left to still potentially do some damage. So yeah, today we're gonna see what we have, but we're not executing anything during this session. Just going to see what could we potentially take. So for this session so far is 9:10. First thing I see here is a supply setup. Yesterday we missed out big time. I'm not quite sure what I was looking at yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we had this sweep that happened perfectly right here. I misspoke and disregarded that we were still trading at all-time highs yesterday. You can see when you're trading at all-time highs, at any moment they can decide to go ahead and sell this off. So we had this sweep, perfect sweep came up. Could have had a sell order sitting here. We had basically no areas to fill above us. So that let us know we should be looking for a sweep opportunity. They swept, shot right down. I wouldn't have caught this whole move. I would have got out probably around the bottom of here. But this was over 100-point move right here that missed out on. But yeah, that was bothering me yesterday. I'm like, man, easy setup. Easy setup. I try to take a breakout. I already said coming into this month I wasn't going to take breakouts as far as for a setup anymore, because I don't think I see them as clean as I should. I really need to go and back test and practice taking the breakout setup. But I'm thinking that moving forward, it just should be supply and demand. What I really like, supply and demand, and a sweep, or what they call liquidity sweeps. So those are my 2 favorite strategies that pay the most, to be honest. And then obviously too, I probably still, well, not probably, I would still use the break and retest of the VWAP. So currently right here, we actually broke the VWAP. Retest wouldn't be a bad idea for a sell order right here. Especially being that there's not much on the board. I wouldn't take a liquidity sweep here because we have this supply zone. So I don't see a sweep happening today, or at least I wouldn't actually take it. Currently, right now, I would take the break and retest of the VWAP, or wait to see if the market wants to push back up to fill out this supply candle here. Market is moving though. Market is moving. So yeah, market's gonna open here in about what 15 minutes. Open in about 15 minutes. And it looks like the trend wanted to change here, so it kind of started trading sideways. Then this candle broke underneath this low. This candle broke underneath this low. So I don't know if it wants to start getting choppy and start coming down, selling off, but it's not much going on. Not much going on. I wouldn't even take the break and retest strategy today, only because we don't really have any area underneath us to fill. On the 5 minute, you can say we do, but it's small. This is what I kind of got caught up in yesterday, not measuring out these areas to fill to see if it's actually worth it or not. So we have 13. Yeah, these areas aren't even 10 points. So it looks good when you look at it. Like yesterday, I got caught up looking at, I got caught up looking at a breakout, and I got caught up looking into a potential demand setup on the 5. So right here, it was a small area to fill. However, that area wasn't, this area wasn't even 10 points, right? It was just a very small, tight area. It was about 16 to, it was a 6 point gap here, which shouldn't even, it should not have been valid for me to take a buy here, right? Also 302. Okay. It was still valid to call this demand, but as far as my criteria, what I consider demand, but the gap wasn't much of anything. Yeah, I think the best trade on the board so far really to wait for the supply setup right here. Wait for that supply setup to hit. Yeah. As far as a sweep, you have potential sweep here, and then your next potential sweep will be up here. But again, I don't entertain sweeps unless there's no area to fill. So like yesterday, this area was already filled around 7:45, 8 o'clock. So that moment, we should have been looking for a sweep, right? Because there's no other area to fill after that. Today, all right, obviously, if we push up, we have clean range area to fill here that's over 10 points. It's moving pretty slow right now, choppy. It's not much going on. But today I want to entertain the sweep because of this here. All right. If you go down to the 5 though, we still have, we measure it out, it's 349. I'm sorry, 328 to 314. So that's over 10 points. So that'll be valid. But yeah. So because we have this area to fill above our heads, I wouldn't entertain the sweep here. I will just focus in on taking this supply setup. As far as underneath us, you can measure this up as an area to fill here. Now, if we measure it out, it'll be, what's that? 183 to 195. So this can be valid. This is over 10 points on the 15. Let me see if there's anything on the 5. Doesn't look like much of anything on the 5. Especially since this setup came down and touched. So if anything, this will be more of a support resistance type of trade. 15 is showing that it's an area. The 1 hour shows nothing here, right? It's already been filled off of these candles right here. But yeah, if you're just looking at this, looks like we want to start selling off. It hit this price action level on the hour, right? So we could potentially sell it off and come down to the lows. But I'm gonna get back to just being picky. I got to get back to just being picky with the setups. Like only taking setups that look the best, that can pay the best. I would like to have more days where I actually come to the market and not take a trade instead of having a red day. That would be nice. That would be nice if I can just come to the market and be like, nah, there's nothing here. No trade. Have a no trade day. Come in the next day, there's an A plus, take the A plus. So far this month or this week, I think Monday we took an A plus, clean setup. I'll take that setup 10 times over. And then Tuesday, what was Tuesday? What was the setup on Tuesday? A plus on Monday. I have to go back and watch the stream to see what I took on Tuesday. Because yesterday was a liquidity sweep down. What's today? 23rd. I'm way far up. The 22nd. Today's is, I'm tripping. Today's only Wednesday. Yeah, so it's been only 2 trades this week. So Monday was an A plus setup. Like I said, I'll take that 10 times out of 10. It just didn't play out. Tuesday, I try to take a breakout candle, which the breakout never really even existed. I don't know what I was looking at. And then we got hit with a sweep. And then today, I took some trades overnight, which still counts as today, even though I took it at 8 o'clock last night. Those trades didn't play out. And now I'm sitting here on a great Wednesday with no opportunity to trade because I'm already at my limit. Already at my limit. Let's see what happens today, though. Like I said, if I had an order in, it would be right here. I only have to risk about 23 points. Then I'll just go from there. Target whatever. If you're targeting a 1-to-1, it'll be here. And if you get more, I mean, you could target the 1 hour low. So 179 points. But yeah, my order would be right here. It would be a sell at 328. It'll be a sell at 328. To me, this looks like the best trade on the board for the morning. Like I said, I wouldn't entertain the sweep today only because of this here, right? Like there's a better trade, in my opinion, above us. So I wouldn't entertain the sweep right here. And when we're not trading at all-time highs, normally there is always a better trade above you, but not this close. When it's this close, how many points is that? 320. That's actually quite some ways to go. 70, 80, 90. Huh. I actually had some time to recover to get back here, but yeah, I feel like if we come back to this point, then it's likely to cover the rest of this. And now we get ready in to take a sell and then probably target this candle, whatever this candle creates. So get out somewhere around here. So we'll see. Ideally, if it came up here, I'll be risking about 23 points. And then if this candle blows up and the next candle blows up, it should create, huge demand candles, and I'll probably get out somewhere around here for like 68 points. Try to use price action. Maybe get out the top of this price action here. So yeah. It's not too clear on what they're trying to do this morning. Yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'm coming in, I'm downsizing, taking about 2 contracts. I might only take 2 contracts for the rest of this month just to get back in the rhythm, get a few dubs under, then see what we're going into for August. You go from there. Go from there. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I said if I was taking a sell, it would be right here at 327. You could have a potential sweep right here right now, but like I said, I personally wouldn't take it just because we still have clean range to finish up right here. So if I'm just looking at this board coming in, just looking at it, I would assume that we want to target the rest of this range here to finish that out. And then we sell back off once we reach these levels. If we don't come back to here, then I'll probably look for sell opportunities. If we just decided to sell off heavy here, I'll wait for a possible entry point to get in for sale somewhere around here and then get out before it gets to this key resistance level. All right. Yeah. And if you were going aggressive, you'll probably just hit the buys and look for this to fill the rest of this supply candle up. So this is supply on the 1 hour and a supply on the 15 up here. So you got 2 time frames. Oh, you got actually 3 front time frames because it is supply on the 5-minute as well. So yeah, I'll just be waiting for that opportunity for a sell today. Like I said, if that doesn't play out, then just be patient. Probably wait for it 10 o'clock and see if there's something there at 10 o'clock. But for the 9:30, this will be my idea up here. So we see how that plays out tomorrow. I'll probably just leave this on the chart and see if it actually comes up and hits and plays out. That's going to be it for me. Oh, I didn't. So on the 1 hour, if you notice, on the 1 hour, I drew out the support resistance level on the 1 hour, right? And if you come down to the five, that support resistance level on the five is a demand candle right here. I don't know if you see that. So you got 158 to 141. It's over 10 points to fill in this area. So this will be a good buy opportunity around between 148 and 141, somewhere around there. So, because you have two things that will go for you here if you're looking to take a buy at this level. You have demand on a 5 minute, and then this is also a 1 hour support resistance level. And then it's a 15-minute support resistance level. So you have support resistance and supply and demand. So that would be a valid buy opportunity right here if it came all the way down. Turn on VWAP, see what's going on. Oh, it's 9:30 now. You might have a break and retest of the VWAP. These little sweeps have been going crazy. You'll see here, like, okay, this was the previous swing highs right here. They pushed up slightly placid and just sold off immediately. Like, this trade has been hitting this month. Like, it's crazy. This trade has just been hitting. So if you got in aggressively right there, you already be up 30 points, 40 points, just that quick. And that was the first trade opportunity for a sweep. These sweeps have been going crazy. Like I said, I wouldn't entertain it only because we had this above us. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah. So not only you had a sweep, of course, these are resistant levels up here. It just took off. So that's something to take note on right there too. Not even given a chance for a break and retest. It's just gone. It is just gone. I mean, yesterday if you came in and you just mark it up, what was the last high, the last swing high? Boom, this was the last swing high right here. Before this swing high, this was the last swing high. Before that swing high, this was the last one. You can see with 9:30 open up, it pushed up past the last swing high, sold off. We did the same thing yesterday. Did the same thing yesterday. This was the last swing high. We pushed up slightly past above, sold off. We're doing the same thing today, this morning. So these sweeps has been going crazy. The sweeps have been going just as crazy as supply and demand. I'm gonna need a little more study. I'm probably gonna get into some more study time on these sweeps to have more confidence in taking it. More confidence in taking the setup. But these setups pay very well. They pay very well. But all right, y'all, I'm out. You can see what the market's doing. See what the market decided to do off the market open. And I think too, with these sweeps, you could get cheap too. You could potentially get cheap. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I might have to really go ahead and review these sweeps some more to see See what you could do. Yep, and then it looked like we were already turning around. Guess you didn't really have anything underneath us to drive us back up to finish this move off, besides a potential VWAP buy right here. That's gonna be it. I'm out, y'all.